Hi guys, how you're feeling? Hope everyone is feeling well and you're having a lovely Easter. So today we're going to look at the Sun Salutation's beautiful sister, the Moon Salutation. So the Sun Salutation, it's a very energizing practice designed to build heat in our body. Usually practiced in the morning with the sunrise. We are saluting the sun. So the sister practice, the Moon Salutation, traditionally we want to be practicing that in the evening, if we can, with the moon catching us through the window. So where the Sun Salutation is a very heat-building, energizing salutation, the Moon Salutation is very calming, it's very cooling. So it's absolutely wonderful, if we're feeling a little bit stressed and we just need to slow down, right? So within the Moon Salutation, we flow. Don't always flow with the breath. The breath can just go sort of as it wants to go. We'll give a couple of breath cues as we're moving, but it's really about just exploring the poses. It just wants to feel really languid, all right, as if you're almost flowing through water. Okay. All right. So let's give it a go. So with the salutation practice, we do start at one end of the mat, and then we finish one salutation at the other end of the mat, and then we work our way back. So what we're going to do is we're just going to break down the poses, so we get an idea of the poses that we're using with our flow, and then we can put them together. I'm going to turn side on, all right? So you can join me side on, or you might want to face me, whatever works best for you. Okay. So we're going to start with our lunar mountain pose. So we want to bring the feet under the hips. So we're just coming into mountain pose. So we still want the weight equal all the way around the feet. Now we want to feel grounded here, but then lifting up towards the sky, towards the moon, feeling the energy slowly and beautifully lifting up through the body. And then we just cup the hands. So we're making that a little bowl with the pinky fingers touching, so the palms just gently rounded. So here we can just catch the beautiful moonbeams. All right. So this is just our lunar mountain. We then come to a heart opening back bend. So we bring the hands just into the small of the back, roll the shoulders back. We can soften the knees and squeeze the bum, and then lift and open. Now the eye gaze can go up and back if it's comfortable in your neck, or we keep the eye gaze forward. All right, so whatever feels good for you, just go where it feels good in your back. All right, but just slightly tuck the tailbone under so it's pointing down towards the floor rather than pointing back towards the end of the mat. All right, and then we come down to a lunar standing forward fold. So soften your knees lots, so your chest is supported by your thighs. We're going to bring the palms up. I'll just turn this way so you can see. The fingers are facing in towards each other. And here, just have a little go of swaying side to side. So you tuck your chin, the crown of the head is towards the floor. And we just have a beautiful, gentle sway. Just to release through the back. Feel a heaviness coming through the torso. You should feel a lovely release through your shoulders. Okay, let's hold it here. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a lunge. So if you want to keep your left foot forwards for now, so that's the foot that's closest towards me on the camera, and let's step the back leg back. Okay. So when we come into a lunge, we've always got the front knee over that ankle for knee safety. Okay? Now here, you're going to turn all 10 toes towards me. So the front foot is now turned towards the edge of the mat, and we're resting on the side of the foot as if we were coming into a side plank position. All right? Now here, so this is our moon neck to one pose. We're just going to lift the top arm up towards the ceiling. So your chest is turning towards your knee, The hips are square to the front. Squeeze your shoulder blades together just to help support and stabilize the shoulder. Now the eye gaze can go up, it can be forwards. Just see what feels comfortable in your neck. Okay? All right, how's your shoulder doing? You all right? Let's just come out a moment. All right, just have a little release. Might want to just shake out that arm, roll the wrist around a little bit, and then we'll come back in and we'll try Moon Nectar 2. So coming back in, so again, the knees just stacked over the ankle. This wrist is below the shoulder. We're turning all the toes, just adjust as you need to make sure this shoulder stays above the wrist. And we've got Moon Nectar 1. Now Moon Nectar 2, all we're going to do is bring the hand down and look towards the back heel. You might find your hips just start to sink a little slower. And then we can lift back up to Moon Nectar 1 and then slowly lower to Moon Nectar 2. This works quite nicely with the breath. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Okay, let's release. All right, step your feet together and we'll try that on the other side. All right, so the front leg is the one that's going to step back. So that is your left leg, so you've now got your right leg forwards. All right, so this time you're going to turn away from me. I'm going to turn around, all right, so you can glance over your shoulder to see what's going on, or you might want to just reposition with me. So your right foot is forwards. Okay, so let's turn the toes again. Remember the wrist is directly under the shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your top arm, Moon Nectar 1, exhale, lower the arm, have a look over your shoulder. Breathing in, lift the arm back up, eye gaze can go up towards the sky. And then lower down with the hip, with the arm really open out through your chest. Lifting up. And let's release back to lunge. Step your feet together, or hip distance apart and roll up. All right, how was that? Moon Nectar 1, Moon Nectar 2. So when we've done our Moon Nectars, let's come back into the lunge. So this time we have the right leg forwards. Okay, the left leg is back. All right, so we're going to take a flowing lunge. So if you turn to face me, now your toes are going to face forwards at this moment, but then we want to turn the toes back out again. Okay? So the knee's going to be stacked something over the ankle, and we're shifting the weight into your left leg. So we've got a nice side lunge. And then we shift back into the right leg. So remember the toes are pointing out here. The hips are sitting back. We just got a gentle brace in the belly to support the spine. And then as you shift side to side, we can just gently trace our fingers along the floor and just make it as flowing as you wish. Okay? All right, so now let's hold it over at this side of the mat. Turn back around to a lunge. You can drop your back knee here if you wish, just while we're setting up for the next pose. So now you're going to have your left leg forwards. Yeah? So that's the leg towards the other end side of your mat, so the leg furthest away from the camera. We're going to come back to plank. So we can do this on the knees or on the toes. Now the hands, the wrists are directly under the shoulders. So the knees are behind the hips, and we've just got a long, lovely straight line from the crown of the head down towards the hips. Gentle brace in your belly just to support your spine. Yeah, we're quite familiar with plank, yeah? So from here, we come into our melting heart. We bring the knees underneath the hips, and then walk the hands forwards. Right, so this might be where you are today, or the chest comes down, the chin comes down, and the eye gaze comes forwards for a really beautiful, lovely back extension. All right, let's walk the hands underneath the shoulders again. Shift the weight back forwards, and we're going to roll down into a high cobra. So untuck the toes, lower the hips, roll your shoulders back and open your chest. And just create a little bit of movement here, see what feels good. So you might want to just sway your hips side to side. You might want to roll your shoulders forwards and backwards. So just do what feels absolutely beautiful for your spine. All right, it feels nice, yeah? Okay, from here, downward facing dog. So we can go from the knees, so we tuck the toes back under, lift the hips high and back, and then just start to pedal your feet. Now move slowly. All right, this should feel absolutely delicious. So just freeing up the body. Now remember, move slow here. So the practice is slow, it's languid. It almost feels quite lazy. Alright, now keep your down dog nice and still. We're going to come to three-legged dog. So we're going to lift up through the back leg. So that is your left leg. So lifting the toes up towards the ceiling. Now here again you can move around a little bit. You can bend your knee and then extend your leg back up. You can do that a couple of times, just whatever feels good. Alright, and then the leg that's lifted, we're going to bring it in between the hands. Alright, now do this transition in any way that works for you. You might make it in one step. You might want to bring it down to your knees and give your foot a helping hand through. Back into a lunge so the knees stacked over the ankle. We then step the feet, hip distance apart, palms face up. We're back into our lunar forward fold. And then we roll up, back into our lunar heart opener. And then we cup, and we're back into our lunar mountain. Okay? Alright. So we're now at the other end of the mat. Alright, so then we just work the sequence going the other way. Alright. So let's come back to our first side. Alright, so we're not, we can just have a really quick practice. Alright, so we're going to start with the lunar mountain. Lunar heart opening. Lunar forward folds. We're going to take the front leg, so the leg nearest me, that's your left leg, back. Moon nectar, this is the lunge. Okay, so you're going to turn your toes towards the back end of your mat away from me. Now remember here, shoulder under wrist, toes pointing to the back. Moon nectar 1, we lift the arm to the ceiling. Moon nectar 2, we lower the arm. Eye gaze comes over the hips. Moon nectar 1, we lift. Moon nectar 2, we lower. Bring your top hand back down. Turn to face me again. Flowing lunge. Toes are turned out. We shift the weight to the left, to the right, to the left. Are we here? Turn your toes around so you're in a lunge. Step the leg that's forwards back into plank. Shoulders above wrists. Melting heart. Knees under hips. Reach arms forwards. You can be here. You can be here or anything in between. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Shift the weight forwards. Lower the hips, untuck the toes, have a little play. Okay, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, we can pedal the feet a couple of times, and then you lift your back leg, your left leg, going up. Bend and straighten if you wish. And then the foot comes in between the hands with the lunge. Step the feet hip distance. Moon nectar, forward fold. Lunar forward fold. Stand on up. Lunar heart opening. Lunar mountain. Alright? And then when we work our way back, we're going to take the front leg back. Alright? So when you're stepping back again, it's going to be your left leg. Alright? So what we're going to do, every time we do the moon nectar lunge twist, you're going to be turning away from me. Every time we do the flowing lunge, you're going to be facing me. Alright, so that's every time. Alright, are you ready to give it a go? I'll pop a little bit of music on and then we can go with our absolutely beautiful, calming, soothing, relaxing moon salutation. Alright, are we ready? Okay, now if you want to stand with your feet under your hips, so we come into our lunar mountain pose. So find your cup. Now just close your eyes. Just take some deep, steady breaths in and out through your nose. And then I invite you to just slowly become aware of the space between your eyebrows. Within this space, visualize a full moon in a clear night sky. The moon is shining brightly on the waves of an ocean. As you see the moon, just observe the full reflection penetrating the deep waters of the ocean, and the cool shade of the moonlight just catches the tops of the waves as they dance. Just take another breath in and out, and then slowly open your eyes and let's get ready to dance with the moon. So from moon, our lunar mountain, let's come to our lunar heart opening back bend. So hands to the small of the back, roll the shoulders back, lift and open the chest. Just go to the place that feels good. Now soften your knees, roll down to lunar forward folds. Take a little sway here if it feels good. The leg nearest to me, your left leg is going to step back into lunge. Moon nectar 1. Turn all 10 toes away from the camera towards the back side of your mat. Lift your top arm. Now lower your arm and open it as wide as you can towards me. And then lift your arm again to moon nectar 1. And exhale and open further into moon nectar 2. Bring the hand back down, swivel the feet towards me, and let's shift our weight to the left, to the right, and to the left for our flowing lunge. Turning round to lunge, hands on shoulders, step back to plank. Knees under hips, Reach the arms forwards, melting heart. If it feels good, just sway your hips gently side to side. Bring the hands under the shoulders, shift the weight forwards. Drop down into our lunar cobra. And again, just move in a way that feels delicious. Let's push back to down dog. So tuck the toes under, hips up and back. And then just pedal your feet slowly. Lifting up with the leg furthest away from the camera. So that would be your left leg, three-legged dog. And bend and straighten the leg here. And then step the foot in between the hands. And take your time. Just do what you need to do to get there. Step the feet hip distance apart. Lunar standing forward fold. Come into lunar heart opening. Hands to smaller back. And then back into our lunar mountain. Just take a couple of breaths here. So you can visualize the moon and the space between your eyebrows again. And when you're ready, you can flow back. Hands into smaller back. Lunar heart opening. Lunar forward fold. Sway if it feels good. Stepping the left leg back, the leg nearest to me. Moon neck to one. Turn your toes to the back of your mat. Lift your arms. Exhale, moon neck to two. Open as far as you can. Inhale, lift to moon neck to one. Exhale and lower, moon neck to two. Turning back round towards me for the flowing lunge. So shift your weights. Turning to lunge. So now your left leg is forwards. Your right leg is forwards. Go back to plank. Drop to the knees, melting heart. Sway the hips if it feels nice. Walk hands on shoulders. Shift weight, lower down, lunar cobra. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Three-legged dog. When you're ready, back leg lifts. So it's your right leg lifting. Now you can bend the knee. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and bend. Inhale, lengthen, and then breathe out and lunge in between your hands. Take a step in and fold. Have a little sway. Rolling up, lunar heart opening. Back into lunar mountain. Close your eyes. Become aware of the space between your eyebrows. And within that space, visualize that beautiful, brilliant full moon shining brightly on the waves of the ocean. See the full reflection penetrating the deep waters as the cool shade of the moonlight just catches the tops of the waves as they dance. Are you ready to dance? One more time. Lunar heart opening. Lunar forward folds. Moon neck to one. Front leg steps back. That is your left leg. Turn to the back of the mat. Lift the arm. Lower moon neck to two. Moon neck to one. Breathe and rise. Moon neck to two. Lifting back up. Moon neck to one. Turn and come straight into a flowing lunge. Turn into lunge. Step back to plank. Melting heart. Lunar cobra. Downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet. Back leg, the leg furthest away, your left leg lifts. Bend and straighten here. Coming through for low lunge. Stepping in, lunar forward fold. Rolling up, lunar heart opening. Lunar mountain. Take a couple of breaths. Just feel the calming, peaceful energy from the moon. Just letting it slow everything down. Let's go one more time. Heart opening. Folds. Lunging your right leg back. Turning to moon neck to one. You can use the breath here if you wish. Just to transition between moon neck to one and moon neck to two. Coming through the flowing lunge. Turning to low lunge. Stepping back to plank. Melting heart. cobra. Downward facing dog. Back leg lifting, right leg, three-legged dog. Coming through for low lunge. Stepping in, the lunar folds. Rolling up, lunar heart opening. Lunar mountain. Just close your eyes. See the moon. And just take a few deep, steady breaths. You can always continue to flow if you wish, or release your hands. Right. How is that? Is that good? Let's share a breath. So breathing in, just bring your hands together into prayer. Thumbs to forehead, mouth and heart. Thank you for joining in with your Moon Salutation. Alright? You're feeling nice and beautiful and calm now. Alright? Catch you next week. Alright? Bye!